Hello CSS enthusiasts, welcome back to Credit. I am Krishna Sharma and today is day 3 of our 100 days CSS journey. If you are ready to dive into the fascinating world of advanced CSS selectors, hit subscribe. Today we are exploring universal, descendant, attribute and type selectors with practical example. So let's start. Before we delve into today's topics, let's quickly recap day 2. We have covered common CSS syntax and selectors, understanding how to target HTML elements and how apply styles. If you missed it, catch up for a solid foundation. Let's start with the universal selector denoted by a asterisk. So you can see this is a asterisk. You have to denote this with stat. It's a powerhouse that selects all the elements on a page. Consider this example. So here we have the example. You can also say this is a boilerplate for CSS. This is very important selector for when we have I have to make a index.html, then a style.css. I have to just link the HTML file with CSS, and if I write here we have a universal selector. So if I just index.html go live, so here we have the pages live. So here I will write day 3, and here if I give a color orange, so all the element in the body or document will take the color orange. So if I write h1 credit, so you can see this credit is coming in orange color. So I hope you understanding this. The universal selector select all the elements in the document. I hope you understand. This snippet reset default margin and padding and ensure the box sizing property is set to the border box and all element providing a consistent starting point for styling. This is like a boilerplate for CSS. Whenever you write CSS, you have to just first write this statement also in your CSS. So second is descendant selector. Now the descendant selector is target element that are descendant of a specific element. Look at this example. So whenever you have to target a element, so like we have a nav tag. Here we have a nav tag, and into the nav tag we have a anchor tag. So I want to select a anchor tag. So now I will write here link a file. So I want to target a link a file. So first we will just remove the color here. So if I want to target, so if I write a nav color is anything blue, so you can see here the link file color will not change because I will selected a nav. But if I select a nav then anchor tag, so the color will blue. I hope you understanding this. So if I want to text decoration is none, so I will remove the underline from it. So I hope you understanding this. So if I zoom this, you can see this here the link a file is blue and credit is black. I hope you understanding. Then text decoration none and color secret. Okay, this snippet styles all anchor element that are descended on a nav element. So in the nav element, if I used more anchor tag, then it will cover all the anchor tag also. I hope you are getting what I am saying. So our third is attribute selector. Moving on the attribute selector, it is a versatile way to target element with a specific attribute. So example is this. So if we have a input field in the document, like we have a input field with a type text, and in this here we will first give a label. Label name will name for a name. So here you can see this, here we have a input field. So if I want to target this input field, how we can target? So we have like copy this and paste here the, so here you can see this input, and here we will write type text, and we want to give a width 200 pixels. So you can see this here, the 200 pixel of width is coming. So if I write background color is blue, so background color is blue. I hope you are getting this. If I want to change the height, so if I give the height 400 pixel, so height will very long. You can see this. I hope you are getting this. Thanks for joining me on day 3. I am Krishna Sharma from Credit, signing off. Keep coding, keep designing, and I will see you in the next video.